voodoo.
We are the members of Do It or Die. D-I, D-I, D-I. Watch us make bimbo as easy as pie. D-I, D-I, D-I. We are tough, you bet, filled with college pep. Bring him on, we cry. D-I, D-I, D-I. B-I-M-B-O. Bimbo.
Mystic order of the
Boom boom hacha, boom boom hacha, boom boom hacha, boom boom hacha.
Wanna be a member? Wanna be a member?
No. There's the way out. Oh.
Wanna be a member? Wanna be a member?
No. Ouch! Oh, yeah, come on. Oh.
Wanna be a member? Wanna be a member?
No. Oh. Shh, in there.
Hello, May. I've got a bone to pick with you.
No. Ouch! Oh. Uh-huh.
Come inside, big boy.
What a pippin'.
Gulp.
No!
Wanna be a member?
Yes.
Why don't you eat? Why don't you eat? Just tell me once. Why you don't eat your Hasselpfeffer? Eh?
Don't you sabraten Betty?
And when I must once more tell you to eat, then I will right away send you out from the house out. So, you hear? I won't have it. I won't have it. You go to school in the morning and you stay there all day, you make hard and you study hard, and you come home and you won't get as
Oh, come on, Betty.
I say, what is this? What is this? I won't have it. I won't have it. Why did you say something? Why did you say something? And why your father is not? What's his loss? Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Do not butter. I won't have it. I won't have it.
What's the matter?
They always pick on me. They never
Folks, now here's a story about Minnie the Moocher. She was a red-hot hoochie coocher. She was the roughest, toughest frail. Minnie had a heart as big as a whale. Ho-dee-ho-dee-ho. Ho-dee-ho-dee-ho. Hi-dee-hi-dee-hi-dee. Hi-dee-hi-dee-hi-dee. Hee-dee-hee-dee-hee. Hee-dee-hee-dee. Ho-dee-ho-dee-ho. Ho-dee-ho-dee-ho. She messed around with a bloke named Smokey. She loved him though he was cokey. He took her down to Chinatown. He showed her how to kick the gong around. Showed her how to kick the gong around. Howdy, 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 howdy. She had a dream about the king of Sweden. Yeah. He gave her things that she was needing. He gave her a home built of gold and steel, a diamond car with the platinum wheels. Oh, ski-bop-doot-dot, let it do. Oh, ski-bop-doot-dot, let it do. Ski-bop-de-goo-gee-ski-bop-de-good. Ski-bop-de-goo-gee-ski-bop-de-go. Ski-bop-dun-dun-dun-dun-daddy-o. Ski-bop-dun-dun-dun-daddy-o. Hi-de-hi-de-ho. Hi-de-hi-de-ho. He gave her his townhouse and his racing horses. Yeah. Each meal she ate was a dozen courses. She had $1 million worth of nickels and dimes. She sat around and counted them all 1,000,000 times. Oh, dee-ho, dee-ho. Oh, dee-ho, dee-ho. Dee-ha, dee-ha. Dee-ha, dee-ha.
the mountain. Long white beard and a crooked stare. Tramps along with the folks all scared. With a dickle in his eye, he passes him by. The old man of the mountain, for he wears long hair and his feet are bare. They say he's mad as a his cares are none and he fears no one. The old man of the mountain, he talks with the bears when he's lonely. Sleeps with the sky for a tent, and he'll eat you up when he's hungry, and it wouldn't cost him a red cent. And he'll live as long as an old oak tree. He'll eat up fools like you and me. Oh, I often sigh and jump and cry at the old man of the mountain.
I'm going up to see that old man of the mountain. What's the matter?
The old man of the mountain.
Thank you.
The old man of the mountain. You got to ho-dee-ho.
You gotta hold-de-ho.
You got to hide-dee-hi.
You gotta hide-de-hide.
You got to heat-dee-hee to get along with me.
Yeah, man, how do?
You got to learn my song.
I got to learn your song.
If you do me wrong,
I'm gonna do you wrong.
you got to kick the gong to get along with me.
What you gonna do now?
Gonna do the best I can. You got to hide-dee-hi.
You got to hide-de-hide.
You got to heat-dee-heat-dee-heat.
You got to heat-de-heat-de-heat.
You got to head-dee-head-dee-hey to get along with hey.
Hi.
Hey, ho! When your sweetie tells you everything will be okay, just keep it with the bop bop and the good the skilly big nip the bop bop and the bip body. If you feel like shouting, advertise it just this way. Skiddy the scattle and skip it with the hurry up, skiddy bitty well. Skiddy the give it with the bop bop and the skilly bitty well, dilly bitty well, dilly bitty well. Oh, skiddy bitty well. Skiddy bitty ditty. Scatter skilly billy holy gilly billy dilly what? Skid to it.
All right, everybody.
I thought you were talking about your microphone check.
Nope. All right. I'm going to go ahead and share the screen with you. Let's scoot that.
Oh, wait, we're done already, huh?
Very funny.
Sure.
Let's see. And then there's that. Ah, excellent. Oh, that does look kind of weird. Ah, well. Better than the alternative. All right. We're going to go ahead and begin in 3, 2, 1. And a great big hey, howdy, hey to all my goofy goobers out there. Welcome to Animanic Commentaries with C.Auzi+D.Fanatic.
And DF. Salam and good evening to you, worthy friends.
Yes, tonight we are going to be watching the first direct-to-video sequel that Disney ever did, I believe. Yeah? And probably one of the first direct-to-video sequels for animation, like, ever. Like, I'm hard-pressed for thinking of other direct-to-video sequels that were for animated projects that were specifically sequels to theatrical releases. Like, I'm having a hard time thinking of that. It's kind of tricky. Yes. The first true direct-to-video sequel, The Return of Jafar. And yes, The Return of Jafar has since been, like, retitled Aladdin, The Return of Jafar. But what's really weird about that is that, it's not Aladdin, The Return of Jafar. It really is The Return of Jafar because Aladdin is not the protagonist. He's not the lead in this story. Honey, what are your familiarity and thoughts on what I just said, I guess?
Well, interesting thought. So actually, I saw the third movie before I saw this one. Uh-huh. Which, my parents didn't like the second one, and it wasn't until we started, like, getting DVDs of everything that just, for completion purposes, we just got all of them. Yes. And I'd only watched it, like, in full maybe a handful of times.
Yeah.
And I wonder why I didn't watch it sooner, because there are things in the third movie that can only be explained by the second.
That is true. And there's also things in the third movies that could easily be explained by the TV series, but there are things in the TV series that can only be explained by this movie, because the
TV series came out before the movie did.
Yes, well, yeah, because they initially ordered this in, like, a business sense. They ordered this as 3 separate episodes, but they stitch it together as a movie. They were planning on stitching it together as a movie, but then they were like, why don't we sell it on video to advertise the Aladdin series? And apparently that did gangbusters. Like, this was pretty, like, this sold pretty well. And the Aladdin TV series went on for, like, either 2 or 3 seasons. I think it might be one of, if not the longest running TV movie-based cartoons for the Disney afternoon. Which isn't a lot, but there are at least 3 of them. Like Little Mermaid, Aladdin, and Hercules, I think, are like
Tarzan,
but that was post Disney afternoon. That was after the Disney afternoon had like wrapped up. So without any further ado, I think we should just go ahead and get into it.
Winnie the Pooh. You forgot Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh? Oh, Winnie the Pooh, yeah! The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Okay, so there's 4. It isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened 4 times. But anyway, everybody get your copy of Aladdin, The Return of Jafar, or just The Return of Jafar, depending on if you're looking at a DVD, VHS, or Disney Plus, whatever you're looking at. Just go locate The Return of Jafar. Dum da da dum 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 da da dum dum da da dum da da dum ba ba da. Get ready to synchronize. All right, everybody, grab your popcorn and your movies, and we're gonna go ahead and begin in 3, 2, 1, go. Don't be alarmed.
And starting in a similar fashion.
Indeed. Walt Disney Home Video presents I believe Tad Stones was responsible for a lot of those Disney cartoons. I think he is.
Yes.
I think
you
he's
find him
definitely
at the end
responsible.
almost every credits. Yeah.
And he's definitely responsible for this as well. The Return of JAFAR.
Hey, give Tad Stones credit where it's due.
Yep.
All right. So I'm pretty sure these lines were taken from Howard Ashman wrote these lyrics too. Kind of like
Gaston, there were just some lyrics that were left on the cutting room floor, and they just kind of dug them up.
But you would hear these lines in the Broadway adaptation as well.
And this is also the lyrics that they use in the TV show intro.
Yeah.
But yeah, in a way, it's kind of a nice way to open up the. But like we can also like see that they open this overture opening number in the same way that they do in the first movie, just with Arabian Nights, but with, well, new quote unquote lyrics. And these are some good lyrics, though, right?
I don't know about that.
They're probably not very culturally sensitive, but very funny that those are lyrics in a children's television cartoon theme song, isn't it?
Jeez, Howard Ashman, you kind of went a little bit too far sometimes.
You went a little far sometimes, yeah. And the animation in this, and you'll notice, the animation, this is something that this movie has in common with last week, is that the animation is consistent TV quality, but even more so, you'll notice, like, animation studio feel, and then a second animation studio feel, and then a third one. You will actually feel the split in animation, even if it doesn't actually feel like 3 episodes. It'll look like 3 episodes. You know what I mean? And hello
Jason Alexander.
Yep. And for like a handful of like
episodes, yes.
Yeah, it's like he doesn't sing, but again, he's not really the primary villain, but he does play a bit of a role in the
his name too.
Abysmal. I love that line delivery. I've always loved that line delivery.
And once again, there's hardly anybody Arab in the cast, but yeah, 90s.
You'll probably hear Jim Cummings like at least 5 different times in this movie.
Oh, really? I did not even know that.
And his cohort in
cohort in the series voiced the dad from Fresh. Is a dad from Fresh Prince.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
That's funny because then Will Smith would be the genie.
It also does sound like the Shredder from the original TMNT cartoon a little bit. He was also
dad. I think you mean the uncle, but yes. Unless you actually mean the dad.
Who was the dad in Fresh Prince? Are you sure you're not referring to the uncle, Scribe?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Those are definitely Jim Cummings' grunts. He does definitely play a father role in that show, doesn't he? But yeah, this animation is probably the highest quality animation in the whole movie. You can definitely yeah.
I love this. Like, you've got a flying carpet. Come on.
You can definitely, like, I think you've probably seen people talk about the animation studio that was responsible for Disney TV that was in Australia, and I believe this is that studio. You see some of the drawings and some of the animations. It's like, oh yeah, it's that studio, isn't it? Like, they're really good at getting some big comical energy. The carpet's details were simplified. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna draw this character for, like, a television series. They gotta be able to do something about it. Some of these scenes were used in the intro. Some of the shots were used in the intro. That is true.
Yeah.
And here is our I Want song. Oddly. Like,
yeah,
really
I see what you mean by saying that Iago's
as the main character.
Oh, rest in peace, man.
Yeah. You can actually see some of the budget, like we're running out of paint. You can actually see the lamp through Iago a little bit.
I see.
It's like this paint is kind of splotchy.
Okay, aside from the genie, I think Iago might have been my favorite character.
He definitely stole the show in the TV series and the movie.
Yeah, even his reformed state, he still kept his edge.
He was still a little shit.
Yeah, before we had Discord being our reformed character, I'm crazy about. We had this.
Yeah, and I love that little animation of the frickin' top of the lamp being like a mouth when Jafar says peep squeak. I also love this dialogue that leads into the song. And also, say what you will, but Gilbert Gottfried can carry a tune.
I mean, it's character singing, so...
But he also hits the notes, too. And so, in fact, again, like, to be perfectly frank, like, he does a really good job. He does a really, really good job.
And he doesn't even reform because he just decides, I'm gonna be good. He's like, I've had enough. I can do better than this.
Yeah, not initially though, but because I do love the animation of him like playing an invisible fiddle. I think people criticize the song because they don't like lyrics screamed the way he does, but he is in tune. I think
it's character singing.
Here's also
people.
a good bit. That's not necessarily screamed out. Now this is the big. But yeah. Love that animation of Iago's face. Really looking like a parrot with the eye only seen from one side. I think this is an error. Because, like, I don't imagine the elephant was supposed to walk in front of these guys. Maybe that's just me. I think that had to have been some kind of an error. Because it always felt weird that the elephant was walking directly in front of them. The framing of that didn't seem correct. Man.
He's like, whoa, man.
Yeah. He
didn't forget where he came from.
Yeah. And once again.
Yeah. I mean, it does show that he's kind of transferred from the street to the...
At least unlike the apple, he didn't just snatch it from Abu's hands and give it to Jasmine.
Something I did appreciate about the sequels and the TV series is showing Aladdin's struggles to transfer from being a street guy to hero slash prince,
Yeah. Yep. This movie does touch on it a little bit, but of course they leave it open-ended for the TV series to continue. Yep.
Aladdin and Jasmine just kept getting cuter and cuter,
I also love this Groucho Marx kind of thing. The way it's animated is just really speedy and funny.
Dude.
What's waggling his eyebrows
I know,
like that?
that was like unnecessarily exaggerated. I'll give you that.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
That's me. It's like, hey, can I talk to you for a second? Oh, am I in trouble? No. Like, oh, sorry, trauma response.
It's interesting, like, Abu takes and the flower, both flowers are gone. And now there's only one flower in the...
What do you mean Jasmine had a nose job in this film? I don't see it.
I mean, all the characters are not going to be drawn like exactly as they look in the movie because it's well, it's the TV animation department. You know, Jasmine's nose has always been that small in a way. And the backgrounds are pretty well done. And you'll notice a big contrast between this and the original film is that it's done ink and paint on celluloid. The film was digitally colored and cleaned up, but we have the characters on cells. So it's like, it's interesting they have to make that concession.
Yeah, see, he's still kind of diabolical.
And that's also why he portrays well as a protagonist for this story, because he learns to be better. Oh my god.
And the fact that Iago also is named after that character in Othello who, you know who Iago was in Othello, right?
I'm trying to, no.
He was the big manipulator.
Right.
Whispering in everyone's ear.
Yep.
Apparently they're plot to
Yeah. And you can hear one jump in the you probably heard that a while ago, like hearing like a whole new world, hearing one jump here. It's kind of a weird thing for you to say when you don't know him, but whatever.
He was like, I'm not with them. Help!
Yeah.
Wait, does he really wear that fez underneath his hat?
Apparently. Maybe with the lamp, he's just used to having something underneath it.
And he even does this just because he's mad at the thieves.
Yeah. Well. And never let it be said that they didn't pick a pretty good movie to do like cartoon action with, because it is Yep. I feel like that voice is familiar. I've heard the voice actor who does that kind of voice.
In Aladdin, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Iago the opportunist.
Yep. Yeah. Could be Jeff Bennett. Could be. He just grabbed a sausage from the market.
Ooh. Bruce, the way you said that makes me think that maybe it's his way of living after the genie left. Oh yeah, right, because he's not doesn't have the lamp underneath his hat.
I love that cut into the cage. Pretty funny. You can see celluloid drop shadow all over the place. TV budget. Especially when they're layering characters.
I did not.
It's Frank Welker. That makes sense because Frank Welker's already on the show as a boo.
What the hell is... Yeah, you're right. This animation is crazier than I remember.
Yeah. But that really does seem to be exclusive to the friggin'... Even the captions say, I did not when Abu says that. Without the subtitles, I always thought he was, like, confusingly saying, stain I got. It could be either one, honestly. And hello, Homer Simpson. Dan Castellaneta provided the voice of the genie for this and the television series.
I mean, of course we love Robin Williams, but hey, Dan did what he could, you know?
And also the writers, because Dan wasn't necessarily coming up with a bunch of improv.
Does explain why the jokes are a whole different.
Yeah, like
and you know, more Disney referenced.
Yep. And this is our genie number. And you want to talk cultural sensitivity? A lot of bits in this song. These lyrics are absolutely bonkers. And this is a pretty good bit. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Good lord.
I mean, this whole movie, anyway.
Yeah. I mean, this whole movie, probably also the reason that the TV show is not on Disney Plus, but only the movies.
I mean, the whole franchise, but you know.
Yeah.
Although I did have one student who was Muslim, and she did say Princess Jasmine was her favorite.
Well, when you can see yourself on screen, right?
No, and look, if she likes it, I'm not going to burst her bubble.
Also, there is something that took me a while to notice, but over, like, the final held note, they actually play a reference to Friend Like Me in the instrumental, which is just great. Because he's singing about, like, friends. And it starts right here at the end of this phrase.
And we have a different Jasmine singer.
Wow. But yeah. Love that. Liz Calloway.
If I had a nickel for every time I watched a movie with Liz Calloway singing, I'd have 3 nickels. Unless I'm missing one. Let's see. Anastasia, Swan Princess. Now here.
Like, they do some pretty good gags.
And they keep the shackles on merely because they look better.
It would have been interesting continuity for them to keep them off, but it probably didn't. But it also leaves them free to do some pretty good dismemberment gags here and there without, you know, having to show his innards.
But Janie, it's with the Sultan.
Yep. The animation can be
Lion King 2, I forgot about that one. Okay, 4 nickels so far. It's like, now's not the time. You know, he's not intentionally hiding it. It's just, You know, it's a big bomb to drop.
Now,
Get it?
now, sooner rather than later, though, buddy, probably. Because even Aladdin's pretty incredulous at it, so. Good lord. Yeah, they're definitely not afraid to let, like... That's a pretty good line, not gonna lie. That line is pretty raw.
And Jafar's back.
Yep.
I mean, if anything, to hear Jonathan Freeman again.
Yep. Yep.
I love he's just like,
You know, something I never understood about the color contrast, why his, like, cuffs didn't match the lamp. But that's just a personal grievance. Not even a grievance, it's just odd to me. God.
Jeez, Jafar.
Yeah.
You're talking to yourself, actually. I don't know, you're still kind of intimidating, man.
True. Just not overwhelming. Just not massive cosmic scale.
Yeah.
God damn it, Bella. Jeez.
But yeah, come on, Jafar, think.
I love the way his eyes, he just looked away from him.
The heart of the sea.
Well, there you go. That's pretty.
Of course, Jafar would make it crazy.
Little Mermaid cameo?
I mean, wouldn't be the only one Aladdin's done.
True, true.
Okay, Jafar, that was kind of slick of you, I'll admit.
Yeah. Whoops. Whoop. Yep. Just... You can definitely see some of the ink, like, pretty splotchy.
Man, here's your problem though, Jafar. Iago is at least a smart minion.
True. True.
Yeah.
Oh!
That's right. You didn't spend much time with the genie before.
Yeah, true.
His eyebrows disappeared.
Yeah, that line read actually did kind of sound like Williams a little bit. So you can definitely see why they definitely picked him. They probably auditioned a ton of people. It's like, I don't imagine, like, they had, like, someone in mind. Yeah. Val Bettman replaces Douglas Seal? You know, I hear the difference, but he's pretty good. Pretty damn good. Yeah, that was a good Jafar drawing. Someone was having fun animating the genie.
Man, I could barely hear the difference.
Yeah.
With the Sultan, yeah.
Kind of hard to tell.
But I think Doug Seal was getting on in years, so.
Yeah, probably.
I think he retired by then. Yeah, getting on in years. He ended up passing away in 1999.
Damn.
Oh, BS, Iago. But we know you get a girlfriend eventually. Pretty big girlfriend. Did you see that episode?
I saw all the episodes, so I'm vaguely familiar with what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's hard to remember everything. I mean, like the time they went to the land of the furries.
Oh yeah, I know which episode you're talking about there.
Anyway,
man, I wish I could rewatch them all.
And we can hear one jump again. I think they just recorded a bunch of default tracks they could probably put in different scenes.
And he's wearing the fez again. Aladdin, make up your mind on the headwear.
Yeah, tell that to the animators.
Like, he's seriously trying to tell them, so I don't know why they get so mad.
Yeah. God, you can really just hear Jim Cunning's, like, chewing that line. Literally whispering in his ear.
See, he's trying to... Yeah. We're friends? I never really had a friend before.
Yep.
This does feel discording, don't it?
Yeah. Jeez. Rasul still has like a massive beef with Al.
Okay, so Chad Jones was the one who decided to have Iago there, so that's why they came up with the story. I mean, credit to Chad Stones.
I mean, of course, like, if you can...
More, what do you mean more lies? He was outright telling you. Oh, come on, Jasmine.
Well, be fair, he did keep him hidden for the bulk of the day.
But he was telling her. Hello? He was telling... Like, how could you lie to me? Like, I was literally telling you the truth. Hello?
Heard people say they don't like Jasmine's characterization in this film, and she doesn't get a lot.
She did kind of like... He was trying to tell you right there. Why are you getting mad? Yeah. This is a good sign. He's learning and telling you this time.
I can see splotchy paint again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, people may not. I think right. Yeah, I think writers got the vibe. It's not necessarily out of character, but it is frustrating. Ralph wrecks the internet.
Yeah, when you remember Jasmine's like 15, yeah.
Do love that. It's a pretty good bit. You can still see the Australian animation on that.
But see, we needed Iago in the crew. We needed at least one guy who was oppositional to just about everything.
But also,
it creates the dynamic. Yes.
Yeah, creates a good dynamic, good comedic potential. Like, why would you want to throw away one of your funniest actors as well? Like when he's willing to come back.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah. It is a pretty good number. It's quite a twist.
Now this one I had on the Disney tapes and heard it before I watched the movie.
Yeah, I saw the sing-along for this before ever seeing the movie, yeah. His mouth
Reverse
keeps moving as if
psychology here.
speaking for half a second after he's stopped speaking. Another longer line. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I do actually like listening to this song. It's
quite a
kind of funny.
It's like a reverse love song where we just like
reverse psychology.
Yeah. It's like he's whispering in their ears for, yeah, reverse psychology. Yeah, pretty much. I'd say the animations from the Disney Toons Australia are really high quality. And I'd say the exaggerated nature tends to work for Aladdin because it had cartoonier animation. Also, this song is pretty well written.
Great when you eat alone.
That's a good line.
How long do I last without singing?
I do love that animation. Some of the drawings are a little odd, but I think overall the animation's really good.
I love how Aladdin just got straight into the duet.
Yeah.
That's the nice thing about Aladdin and Jasmine. They didn't actually get married until 3 movies and a TV series later. So their relationship developed. It's another thing I loved about Tad Stone's. Like, anytime he wrote a whole cast of characters, just showing the individual relationships.
Yeah, he was really good at doing that. Very, very good at doing that.
I mean, if you just from going from the series, like there were times where like Iago and Abu were butting heads or working together.
Yeah. The dynamics were some of the best shit in the show.
Just everybody's different friendship. Iago and Jasmine ended up being surprising friends. Ugh. Oh yes, like Darkwing and Morgan. Oh yeah, Morgana. Or even just a family and friendship relationships too were really good.
And now Aladdin's in a completely different costume because, like I said, they ordered this as 3 different episodes. It's like, it's one thing for his hat to fall off and turn into his fez in the marketplace in that era to carry over, but this is just
Wait a minute.
Straight up.
Did he really just change costumes?
Yeah.
Yeah, they really didn't. Oh, thank you, Iago. I love that. See, this is why we need Iago in there. It's like he's like that friend who is loud and obnoxious, but he will come to your defense. You know, like me. I'm loud and obnoxious, but I will come to your defense.
Yeah. Yep. It's like, so basically
he's
now
still thinking opportunistic though now.
Yeah. Basically, yeah, but his goal now is to like just stay with the cushy life. Don't try to rule things. No conquest. Just take your cushy life as it is.
The slow.
I also love the drawing his face on the vase was really great. It's great. Ooh. You can definitely see the animation consistently in this portion of the film, looking quite a bit different than earlier. Okay, so not necessarily like 3 episodes to 2 episodes, because I'm noticing the movie only like reaches about an hour. It's like a big extended episodes. It's gonna be like a 2-part. And then we get the writers trying their hand at the chess scene.
What chess?
When the genie and Carpet were playing chess out in the garden.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, I thought you were going crazy for a second. That wasn't chess. That's pool.
No, but they're basically just trying their hand at like writing jokes for it. Yeah, at least.
You know, he actually rocks that nurse's outfit.
Yeah. I love how the genie's trying to keep everyone friendly. You can really hear Homer Simpson whenever he says lines like that sometimes. That's a good line read. Genie being the glue of the group.
Communication.
He tries. Big blue glue. What are you doing?
As opposed to you.
You really see him, like...
Conflicted.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
No.
The friendship is magic. It's even funny because...
And, uh-oh.
He's like, I'd rather spend my day with you. I love you too, Iago. Princess, you shouldn't say things like that.
Also, absolutely love how Iago was about to say something, but then Jafar had to cut in.
Yeah. That's abusive exes for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's one way of putting it.
Abusive exes. Okay. I was playing for a sec. Don't make me hungry, man. Boundaries.
Yeah.
Boundaries, Genie. I love how Boo's pretty much become his mirror now.
Yep.
Like little partners in crime.
Yep. Off they go. Why is he still wearing his shackles? Well, he also asked the question, why does he sometimes decide to sleep in the lamp or something? Like, that's the real question.
Just dry him with the shackles. Apparently.
Yeesh. Whoops. I'd say ancient ruins, but they don't look that ruined and they don't look that ancient, which makes sense. Whoop.
Ugh. Come on, you're a monkey. Don't you eat bugs?
Uh-oh. And here he goes. Coming up a villain number.
You're right. The Sultan did force feed crackers to Iago. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Love them
thing's worse than
demonstrating that. That's some really good animation. In fact, I'd say the animation for this sequence coming up is some really good animation. Again, different studio than the Australian studio, as you can tell. But the animation is really good.
Yeah, I will say, the thing about the first selection, they didn't give Jafar a long enough villain song.
Yeah.
I mean, for in the sequel and also in the Broadway show.
Yeah. I love "Come on, clown." That's a pretty good line. Slam me, wham me. That's really good. It's really great.
Ooh.
You're freaky.
Forgot about that. Look.
Yeah. Woof. Love to lay this rivalry to rest. That's so good. And a lot of the songs are done by different people on an episode by episode basis. I'm not I don't remember. And also we got a fucking Psycho reference.
I still need to watch Psycho.
Woof. He locked him up. Granny Jafar isn't real. Granny Jafar won't hurt you. Back in his old lair. Not even the dungeon, but his old lair. A background that they wouldn't use in the show, though, so.
Only they look closer.
Yep.
Yeah, see, if you let him talk.
Yep. Even Aladdin's, like... But, like, the character who goes on the biggest journey in this film is Iago.
Oh.
I do love that the second-rate villain number does actually, you know, work within, like, his upset with the genie because the genie kind of fucked around with him. Even though it was Aladdin that tricked him in the end anyway.
More simple music.
Yeah. Whoa, boy. Whoa. Whoa.
You know, does he have a name? Just everyone calls him Sultan. I'm sure he has a name.
Oh, boy. Whoa. Ha! Great job, Aladdin. You swam against the current. Just... Give him a bit. He wants to humiliate the boy.
Well, more than humiliate, actually.
Well, true.
Discredit.
Oof.
Not yet.
Yeesh. Yep. Love Jason Excel and God. Love Abismal. He's so funny. Yep. Well, walk the desert by night. Yep. Whoop. Phew. God damn.
Jafar was always one of the more calculating villains from
like
Disney.
trying to friggin' frame him for regicide.
I guess a different dungeon, I suppose.
Well, yeah, this is the dungeon. The other characters are being contained within Jafar's old study.
Tower? This was a low blow.
Oof. Yeah. Damn, dude.
Linda Larkin just did a bit. Purposely, of course.
Oof. Yeah.
Like
So freaky.
Just. And then I'll kill you. Or rather, maim you.
Yeah.
You pervert.
Jeez. Jeez.
Ugh.
Yeesh. That's a pretty stock rooster sound effect. Wait, that was in The Nightmare Before Christmas even.
Oh, you know Rosa was looking for an excuse to do this.
Good lord! Also love love Jasmine's actress playing Jafar as Jasmine. Did really so weird.
You know, as weird as this movie is, I'm enjoying this.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
And here we go.
I'm gonna triple cross.
Ow. It's like it's like they can't believe it. They cannot believe their eyes.
Yes, Squad, I know. She's 15.
Yeah.
And Aladdin's like 16, so calm down, people.
I think it's Jafar, though.
You know he definitely want to be the one to do this.
Yeah.
He's had a beef with him since day one.
Ooh, that was so clean. Oh boy, it's like friggin' butter.
Yeah, Linda Larkin. I love how she kind of just intentionally goes a little deeper when doing that Jafar voice.
Off he goes. Do love the red sky. You can almost it's almost impossible to discern the clouds from the desert rocks below.
It's like he wanted you to know because he just had to.
The final insult. Why
See,
did
more
you
Disney
put them
references.
on top of the... You know what? Could have put them anywhere instead of on top of the... On top of the parapet.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, Gilbert Gottfried, you were a treasure.
Yeah.
That line read.
Yeah.
Well, they really took that
Damn.
well. Yeah, they said you're cool, man.
Yep. But there's that in his voice. Wish number 1.
That's the thing, though. The
And,
genie was always able to just magic things up that weren't part of the wish. Ah, Ariel! You barely tried, man.
God.
And he's about to fillet you, man.
Yeah. Ooh. Maltese Falcon reference. Ooh.
You know, he actually does think sometimes. I just love how that's a recurring line.
Yeah. Well, it's very important for this third act showdown. Woo! Windmill! Windmill!
Trailer shot.
Oh boy! Oh!
Where does Rab as well go?
Yep.
Oh, never mind.
Up a tree.
I haven't seen this in years. I forgot the exact order of events.
Well, here he goes.
She did not say Aladdin. She said the lamp. Come on, captions.
Damn. Oof.
Oh my god. Oh. Oh, yeah. See, I really haven't seen this in a while. I was like, wait a minute. They got me for a sec.
Yeah. Ooh. This is like the second time he's fucked with the magic carpet. Animated foreground? That's probably fine. Oh, no it isn't. Split and tear the entire earth asunder. And they're getting their final action sequence. They're getting all the... They're getting all the good shit in play. He's back. That seems to be the word of the day for Iago, doesn't it?
It is his namesake. Ooh.
Oof.
Ooh. Iago!
Go,
Is why I
man.
love Iago. And the lava you created, too.
Or at the very least, the lava that he exposed. Ugh.
Ugh.
Very Maleficent-esque.
Again, purple and green. Yes.
I saw the uncensored version of this. Huh. Pray tell what that looks like. Well, now everybody has some homework to do. Including us. Ooh. Very Ursula.
And then he's going to end up in the underworld with Hades.
Yep. Well, that's a story for another time.
Not sure how the timeline works with that. It was still a fun crossover episode.
Yep. Yay! Damn. Yep, why didn't I turn that off?
Oh, he's so fuzzy.
Yeah.
Or feathery.
Rule of threes there.
Still hurt, man.
Yep.
What's with his pants? So they couldn't decide what costume he was wearing.
And there it is.
This is why I love Iago so much.
Yeah.
And that sets up a series.
That's the producers, Tad Stones and Alan Zaslav.
You know, it may be inferior to the original movie, but this, you know, as a start off for the animated series, I think it's a good.
Absolutely, I think like for the animated series, and like it being like the 2-part series intro essentially, it is really good. Like it is on par with the quality of the series. So if you like the series, then you like this movie. It's not a bad film. It is not a bad film at all.
I love the series, cultural inaccuracies aside.
Yeah.
In terms of writing characters, it's really well done.
It's pretty good.
And also, yeah.
Arabian Nights, words by Howard Ashman. All right. Looking out for me, Randy Peterson and Kevin Quinn, who would write a lot of songs. Nothing in the World Like a Friend, Dale Ganoia and Michael Silvershire.
Like a whole mix.
Silvershire and Silvershire. Yeah, Silvershire siblings. Peterson and Kevin Quinn for Your Only Second Rate. So yeah, Peterson and Kevin Quinn would actually also write It's Our House Now for the House of Villains. They would do a lot of songs for Disney television animation. They would. And I'd say they do a pretty good job. Honestly, their songs are a lot of fun, and it makes sense that both of their songs belong to the two characters from the two baddies from the previous film. They do a pretty good job. They did a pretty good job of it. Anything else you want to add while the credits are rolling along?
Yeah. If anything, the reason to watch this is just for Iago's character development.
Yeah.
I love him so much. I guess that's why I got so obsessed with reformed characters, especially in My Little Pony, because I had this to start with.
True. I think the animation production by Walt Disney Animation Japan. Yep, like I said, there's a lot of different studios that were responsible for the animation in this film.
Actually, wasn't Iago technically or no? The first reformed villainous henchman was Huntsman, but this one delved into it more.
I mean, if you can even call the Huntsman like you can call him a lackey, but a henchman probably not.
And there's this whole list of evil sidekicks who turn good. And Huntsman was in there, and then afterwards we get Kronk.
Kronk is just a good lad.
Yeah. Just wish to thank the artist animators of the original motion picture for the inspiration support. Oh, nice.
Yeah. And there you are, the return of Jafar.
Yeah, of course, Robin is still missed. Oh, I didn't realize there was another scene. Oh, God, he really was just left in that tree, wasn't he? And the whole crew and their whole celebration thing, and they left him in there. Damn.
Left up a tree.
I feel bad for him. Like, he's so forgettable as a villain that even they just forget that he's there.
But poor guy. I'd say, like, as far as the quality of animation goes, there's some pretty good shit. I think a lot of it can be seen in the first half is definitely good quality but weird, and then there's some pretty high quality stuff in the back half, but then some of it is pretty standard of what you could expect for a TV budget. But overall, the animation's pretty good. I'd say, like, as a musical, it's not too shabby. There's not a lot going on with it, and I mean, 2 whole songs for Iago is probably 2 songs too many for some people. But it really does help portray. But it really does help portray him
more than Aladdin. You're right. So I guess your assessment of him being the protagonist.
But it's him being like, yeah, because he is the central character who, like, Aladdin had to learn and go on a journey in his movie, and Iago's the one who had to learn and go on a journey in this movie, which honestly helps to establish his presence within the cast. and establish a dynamic where Iago's not like evil, but he's still a greedy little like booger.
Your thesis has well-supported arguments.
Why, thank you. But yeah, he gets the I Want song. He gets like the learning and growing moments. He flees the final like confrontation only to return. It's set up really well too. It's like it's good. It's really really good. But that's gonna be it for this one. And as the month of July rolls around, it turns out that our list and lineup of animated musicals actually has a lot of direct-to-video Disney stuff. So next week, we're gonna be following up the follow-up with Aladdin and the King of Thieves.
The better of the two sequels, which I think most people would agree on.
Yep. Well, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Thank you all so much for joining us on this magical adventure. And if you're viewing this after the fact, thanks for watching. Until next time, remember to take care, stay safe, and be kind in all that you do. Good night, everybody!
Farewell.
All right.